You guys came for basketball.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
talk
seriously.
about basketball.
Yeah.
Come on now.
What do you think of just how you all were able to pull in the second half, Caitlin in particular?
We're going to the Commissioner Cup Championship. Let's go! Exciting. Y'all want to talk about that?
They thought no one would notice, but Caitlin Clark's face told the whole story before a single word was spoken. After a heated clash with Marina Mabrey, a reporter tossed a loaded question her way. Clark didn't flinch. She raised an eyebrow, served sarcasm with precision, and delivered a stare sharper than any three she's ever launched. Now, fans are dissecting the moment frame by frame. Was it shade, was it fury, or just raw, unfiltered WNBA energy at its finest?
When your head coach came out with a statement today saying she's now seeing all the racism that some people have felt in this league, players, trolls online, all those things, as one of the biggest stars in this league, what are your thoughts on the things not only your teammates have to endure, but just the entire league, and obviously you've known this before, but just coaching the team, we're talking about it.
Yeah, it's definitely upsetting. I don't think nobody in our league should be facing any sort of racism, hurtful, disrespectful, hateful comments and threats. Those aren't fans, those are trolls, and it's a real...
The reporter barely got the question out before Caitlin Clark's eyebrows shot straight into orbit. This wasn't curiosity or surprise. It was the "are we seriously doing this again?" kind of raise. The kind that speaks louder than words. If eye rolls were a stat, Clark would have notched a triple-double by now. Her expression said it all. Tired, sharp, and absolutely done.
Caitlin Clark, please leave this league and let it crumble. Please, this league does not deserve all this hate from these black people, all this hate from these lesbians, these people in the media. Just go play basketball somewhere else. Your fans will follow. We will follow you wherever you go. But let this shit crumble and burn to the fucking ground. And let the viewership drop below 50%. Let them lose hundreds of millions of dollars again, man. Let them go back into fucking irrelevancy. Nobody giving a damn about none of these players. Just leave.
Because of course they didn't ask about the points she dropped, the crisp passes, or anything about the actual game. No, they went straight for the low-hanging fruit. Same tired storyline, reheated for the 100th time. A tense moment with Marina Mabrey, league targeting rumors, rinse and repeat. At this point, Caitlin must feel like she's stuck in a badly written soap opera, where every episode ends with her villainized for simply existing.
This is a public announcement. I need everybody to stop what they're doing and listen up. As we watch the WNBA every day because of the way they play the game, because I love the WNBA, I love the way they play the game, but we really watch it because Caitlin Clark and everybody watch. Now listen, you might keep bumping her, knock her down, might get her a concussion, you might hurt her for real. For 2 weeks she was done with like a hamstring, she was down. 55% of the viewership was down. She comes back the next game, it's about 3 million viewers. Now let me tell you something. Growing up in the hood, they teach you this. Always protect the money. Y'all keep hurting her and all that, she's going for a year or two, ain't nobody gonna watch it. If nobody watches, how y'all gonna make it?
Her face said it all. No poker face, no filter. Jaw clenched, eyes narrowing just slightly. And there it was. That look you give when your patients walked out 5 minutes ago without even saying goodbye. She wasn't angry, she was drained. Drained from the recycled headlines, from being the go-to target for every viral soundbite. At this point, she could cure athlete's foot, and someone would still ask if she had beef with a fungus.
Oh, she brings everyone in. Like literally, she goes to the indoor volleyball team in Indianapolis, and of course the cameras are on her and the big screen, and she's doing pictures with the team, and people want to be around it because she's there. I'm a little surprised they haven't. She did have part of the ownership group of a Cincinnati franchise. The NWSL went with Denver. But to me, if I'm a league, I get Caitlin Clark involved in a ownership, part ownership, some kind of thing, any women's sports thing. You've got a magnet here, that attention magnet, the likes of which we have never seen in women.
Because apparently, nothing Caitlin Clark does can just be basketball. It always has to come wrapped in drama, controversy, or some made-for-TV melodrama. Drop 30 points. Cool, but what did she say after that screen? Hit a clutch shot. Impressive. But let's rewind her side-eye during the inbound. The media treats her post-game interviews like an episode of CSI, WNBA. zooming into her expressions like they're cracking the Da Vinci Code of beef. And don't even start on the everyone's out to get her angle. According to some, the entire league is playing darts with her face on the board. Caitlin can't so much as adjust her headband without it being spun into an anti-Clark conspiracy. Look at that ref, he blinked twice. A secret sabotage signal. It's like they think there's a candlelit meeting in some hidden locker room where players plot to trip her during warm-ups and steal her Gatorade. But here's the real mind-bender. These same reporters act shocked when she looks fed up. As if anyone would be delighted to sit through a press conference built to twist their every breath into backlash. They come armed with notepads sharpened like daggers, not to celebrate her, but to interrogate. So when her answers are short and her smile looks stapled on, it's not rudeness, it's survival. Pop quiz in emotional endurance every single night.
Clark, and I put this analogy in there. She's a player that you have to guard 94 feet. She can shoot. There's no question. Probably one of the best girls shooters I've seen in a minute. But what else can she do? Think about it. And I'm trying to get you guys to understand this. Her passing capability, averaging nine assists per game, she's capable of doing that because the game is stretched so far for her. It's wide open. It has to be. You have to play. America. You have to play up. I've never seen anything like it. She creates havoc for defenses because you gotta play.
Caitlin Clark could deliver a flawless performance and still get grilled for being too competitive, too cold, too aggressive. Her personality is picked apart like a failed science project. Smile too little, she's an ice queen. Smile too much, she's fake. Speak up, diva. Stay quiet. Standoffish. It's like she's stuck playing media bingo, and every square is a new label with a negative spin. Meanwhile, half the league is doing cartwheels for attention, but if Clark so much as stretches her ankle, it's breaking news. Even when she does absolutely nothing wrong, the scrutiny zooms in until they invent something to criticize. Because apparently, calm excellence doesn't trend, unless it's packaged with a villain arc. And like it or not, they've cast Caitlin as that villain. Not by her choice, not even convincingly, but relentlessly. The irony. That whole "everyone's out to get me" vibe isn't even her brand. Yet the media tapes it to her like it's her personal tagline, because fear sells better than growth. So they keep jamming her into this cliché of the lone superstar at odds with the league, as if she's not passing, assisting, and actually playing team basketball, not starring in a Marvel showdown.
Caitlin Clark is essential. The Caitlin Clarks, the Michael Jordans, the Christian Pulisic saying, "I'm not going to go and play." It is essential to American sports, these disruptive figures who just don't always either toe the company line for the GM, it drives us crazy. Dissent drives us crazy. But Caitlin Clark is basically saying, yeah, I'm going to score.
While they're busy recycling the same tired narrative, they're missing the real story. Caitlin Clark is clearly exhausted by the noise. You can see it in her posture. Hear it in the way she sighs before answering a question. She's not dodging questions. She's sidestepping landmines disguised as journalism. There's a line between asking tough questions and baiting someone into a meltdown, and lately, some of these post-game interviews feel more like emotional ambushes with ring lights. Here's a radical idea. Ask her how she's adjusting. Ask what clicked in the third quarter. Ask how she reads the floor better than most analytics teams. But no, that would mean treating her like a basketball player, not the lead in a league-wide Shakespearean feud. Because apparently, that's what we've all agreed she is now. The main character in a constant drama she didn't sign up for. And it's not like she can win. Clap back. She's too emotional. Stay silent. She's cold and calculated. The same people dissecting her every reaction are the ones who built the pressure cooker around her in the first place. It's like poking a bear with a stick, then writing a think piece on why the bear seems tense. What's worse is the pretend shock, like she's unaware of the media circus. As if she doesn't own a phone or a functioning brain. Please. Clark knows the game. She can spot a loaded question from a mile away. At this point, she could write the headlines herself. Clark disrespects mascot with cold glare after timeout. And yes, they